Hey everyone, let's consider a word that seems to have saturated the schooling discourse. Standards. Standards may be one of the most ideologically loaded terms we encounter. It carries immense influence over curriculum, instruction, assessment, and even teacher identity. But when we reinterpret standards through a relational embodied lens, they become guideposts instead of rigid fences. What are standards really about? And how do they connect to real teaching and learning? The word standard comes from the Old French estendard, meaning a flag or rallying point. It later came to mean a fixed reference point for measurement or quality. So when we talk about educational standards, we're really talking about shared reference points, agreed upon goals for what students should know and be able to do. They're like the big coordinates on the map that help schools stay aligned, helping learners move forward together. Within the context of the official theory of learning, standards are treated as fixed endpoints, external expectations that define what all students should know and be able to do at each grade level. They're written at a distance from the learner and placed like mile markers along a predetermined road. Teachers are told to align with the standards. Students are expected to meet them. And entire systems are built around evaluating how well those standards are met and mastered. From this view, the material is policy documents, grade level checklists, pacing guides. The form is hierarchical and designed as linear to support sequencing, coverage, and assessment. The purpose is consistency, presumably equity of access, and to ensure system-wide accountability. The function is governance, to ensure uniformity in what is taught and tested. And the affordances? Large-scale comparability, efficiency, predictability, but also detachment, rigidity, and disconnection from students' lived experiences. Standards in this object-oriented model are like a template imposed from above to shape everyone the same way. When teachers adopt and dwell within an object-oriented context, the official context, they often feel as though the standards are imposed unfairly, unnaturally, and often unnecessarily. But there's another way to think about standards. When adopting an embodied relational understanding framework, standards are not endpoints. Rather, they're touchstones, motivation for deep exploration, not checklists for completion. Instead of being defined apart from learners, standards emerge in relationship with learners, subjects, communities, and lived experiences. They're not about compliance, but about connection, guiding us to ask, what does this idea mean here, now, with these people, in this context? How might this standard become part of a story we care about? In this view, the material includes stories, questions, motivations, lived connections to key ideas. The form is open-textured, rooted in powerful ideas, but adaptable to multiple entry points. The purpose is to orient learning toward meaning, justice, and shared inquiry. The function is guidance, not governance. And the affordances? They offer flexibility, interpretation, creativity, contextualization, and community relevance. Here, standards are more like guideposts, a North Star fixed in the sky, but interpreted and navigated differently depending on where you're standing. So standards don't have to be boxes to check. They can be big ideas that help us ask better questions about the world. When standards are relational, they're not about reaching the same endpoint. They're about noticing patterns in human experience and choosing how to respond.